Breaking news from the Vatican. Pope Leo XIV has taken a major step to guide the Catholic faithful in Pennsylvania. In a heartfelt and historic decision, Bishop Mark A. Eckman, a lifelong Pittsburgher and trusted priest, has been appointed as the new Bishop of Pittsburgh. In this video, we'll walk you through 7 essential things you need to know. Who Bishop Eckman is and why he was chosen. His journey from auxiliary bishop to leader of the diocese. What retiring Bishop David Zubik had to say. When the official installation will happen. The Pope's personal role in this appointment. Bishop Eckman's vision, especially his focus on works of mercy. Why this moment is so significant for Pittsburgh. Stay tuned, because we're about to unpack each of these in detail, and you'll want to hear how Bishop Eckman plans to lead the diocese into this new chapter. Ready? Let's dive in. Who is Bishop Mark A. Eckman? Bishop Mark Anthony Eckman was born and raised in the heart of Pittsburgh on February 9, 1959, making him, at 66, a true son of the Steel City. He began his Catholic journey at St. Valentine Elementary School and South Hills Catholic High School, then earned a Bachelor of Arts from Duquesne University in 1981. Feeling the call to serve, he pursued theological studies at St. Paul's Seminary and completed his Master of Divinity at St. Vincent Seminary in Latrobe. On May 11, 1985, Eckman was ordained a priest by Archbishop Anthony Bevilacqua at St. Paul Cathedral, a ceremony that marked the beginning of his nearly 40-year ministry. His priestly service centered on Pittsburgh's South Hills region. As parochial vicar, he served at Resurrection, St. Sebastian, St. Winifred, St. Valentine, and St. John Vianney from 1985 through the late 90s. He also served as a chaplain at Seton La Salle and DePaul School for Hearing and Speech. In 1998, he became pastor of St. Sylvester Parish for 11 years, before leading St. Norbert Parish in 2006, and later St. Thomas More, where he became administrator during a parish merger. He's also been a key leader at the diocesan level, as Episcopal Vicar for Clergy Personnel, 2013 to 2020, and as a member of committees like the USCCB National Advisory Board, the Permanent Diaconate Formation Board, and Seminary Admissions Boards. Off-duty, Bishop Eckman is a mountain lover and avid nature photographer, with a passion for hiking and skiing, truly a balanced man of faith and family. 2. From auxiliary to the 13th Bishop of Pittsburgh. Now, let's explore how Bishop Mark A. Eckman stepped from auxiliary bishop to his new role as the 13th Bishop of Pittsburgh. Eckman was appointed auxiliary bishop on November 5, 2021, and officially consecrated on January 11, 2022, at St. Paul Cathedral. As auxiliary, he supported Bishop Zubik in priestly assignments, clergy formation, and diocesan governance. In this role, he served as Vicar General and Episcopal Vicar for Clergy Personnel, overseeing priest assignments, vocations, and pastoral care. He also contributed to major committees at the national level, including the USCCB National Advisory Board. Bishop David A. Zubik, who led the diocese since 2007, reached the mandatory retirement age of 75 in September 2024. The Vatican officially accepted his resignation on June 4, 2025, creating the opening for Eckman's elevation. At 6 a.m. on June 4, 2025, the Holy See announced that Pope Leo XIV nominated auxiliary Bishop Eckman as the 13th Bishop of Pittsburgh. The appointment was made official via Vatican Press Bulletin. Eckman officially becomes the 13th bishop in the diocese's history, serving a region spanning 3,754 square miles and nearly 600,000 Catholics in western Pennsylvania. In statements, Bishop Zubik lauded Eckman as an exceptional pastor and an outstanding administrator. Archbishop Nelson Perez of Philadelphia called him the true gift from the Holy Father with strong pastoral care, while Bishop Larry Kulik of Greensburg praised his spirit-filled leadership. Eckman's elevation reflects deep trust in someone who knows and leads Pittsburgh's Catholic community. Next up, what retiring Bishop Zubik had to say about the transition. Stay tuned. 3. A humble acceptance. Next, we highlight Bishop Eckman's heartfelt first words as he embraced this significant new role. With a grateful and humble heart, Bishop Eckman said, "I accept this appointment and ask for the prayers of all the faithful." Then he added, "Together, we will continue the mission of Jesus Christ with hope." In these few words, we already hear the hallmark of a servant leader: humility. He didn't boast, instead, he expressed gratitude and invited collective prayer, emphasizing that this journey isn't his alone. Asking for the prayers of all the faithful reflects a deep trust in communal support and spiritual unity. It's a powerful reminder that leadership in the Church is rooted in prayerful collaboration. The next phrase, "continue the mission of Jesus Christ with hope," signals focus. Bishop Eckman's future leadership is grounded in action, faith, and hope. He commits to both spiritual ministry and tangible care for the vulnerable. By choosing the servant leadership over ceremony, he mirrors Christ's servant heart. His vow to lead together highlights inclusivity, from priests and staff to school pupils and the broader community. This approach echoes the example of global church leadership under Pope Leo XIV, who emphasizes pastoral closeness and humility. Eckman's attitude shows he's aligned with that ecclesial vision. Now, let's explore what retiring Bishop David Zubik shared about this heartfelt handover. 4. Replacing Bishop David A. Zubik. Next, let's look at Bishop Eckman's predecessor, Bishop David A. Zubik, and what this leadership change means for the Diocese of Pittsburgh. Bishop Zubik has guided the diocese since 2007, overseeing more than 60 parishes across 6 counties and ministering to nearly 600,000 Catholics. In September 2024, he reached the Church's mandatory retirement age of 75, as required by canon law. On June 4, 2025, at 6 a.m. local time, the Vatican formally accepted Zubik's resignation and announced Bishop Eckman as the 13th Bishop of Pittsburgh. In his farewell letter to clergy and staff, Zubik wrote, "Bishop Eckman knows the diocese. And we know him as an exceptional pastor, an outstanding administrator, and truly an exemplary priest." What Zubik's words mean? Zubik's remarks highlight 2 strengths: pastoral care, being present to both sheep and shepherd, and strong diocesan administration. Those combined qualities affirm that Eckman is a trusted successor. Zubik's legacy and ongoing pastoral work. Though retiring as bishop, Zubik isn't stepping away. He plans to volunteer with Catholic charities, assist in hearing confessions, celebrating masses, and mentoring clergy, extending his shepherd's heart. This leadership transition is both planned and seamless. It demonstrates the diocese's commitment to stability and continuity, guided by 2 shepherds in unified service. Coming up, when Bishop Eckman will be installed and what his new leadership means as Pittsburgh steps into a hopeful future. 5. Official installation date. Mark your calendars. Bishop Mark A. Eckman will be officially installed as the 13th Bishop of Pittsburgh during a special Mass on Monday, July 14, 2025, at St. Paul Cathedral in the Oakland neighborhood of Pittsburgh. This event marks a pivotal moment in the diocese's history. The installation Mass isn't just a ceremony, it's a momentful liturgical celebration that formally transfers episcopal authority and welcomes Bishop Eckman to lead the faithful. St. Paul Cathedral, completed in 1906 in Gothic Revival style, is the spiritual heartbeat of Pittsburgh's Catholic community. With a seating capacity of around 2,600, it's the ideal setting for this historic event. Expect a solemn yet joyful liturgy, readings from Scripture, Litany of Saints, laying on of hands by Archbishop Perez, or his delegate, and the presentation of mitre and crozier, symbols of teaching and shepherding authority. This isn't just for clergy. This Mass invites families, deacons, religious communities, and parishioners from across the diocese to unite in prayer. It also welcomes civic leaders who recognize the Church's role in local life. The diocese began preparing early, sending invitations to neighboring bishops, including Greensburg, Erie, and Altoona, Johnstown, coordinating with the cathedral's music ministry, and organizing overflow space and live streaming for the wider community. If you can attend, expect a stirring moment of unity, prayer, and hope. And if not, tune in. The Mass will likely be live-streamed via the Diocese of Pittsburgh's official channels, allowing everyone to witness this historic moment. Coming up, we'll dive into how Pope Leo XIV's personal influence shaped this appointment. Stay with us. 6. Pope Leo XIV's personal touch. Now, let's explore why Bishop Eckman's appointment is more than a routine bishopric swap. It carries a personal stamp from Pope Leo XIV himself. Before choosing the papal name Leo XIV on May 8, 2025, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost served as prefect of the Dicastery for Bishops, the Vatican department responsible for vetting and nominating bishop candidates. This dicastery is the powerhouse that evaluates potential bishops worldwide, conducts thorough reviews, consults local nuncios, and recommends final candidates to the Pope. It's arguably the most influential personnel engine in the Church. With direct knowledge of every serious nominee, Pope Leo XIV wasn't just signing on a name, he was selecting someone he personally reviewed and trusted. That makes Eckman's appointment profoundly intentional, not accidental. As prefect, he championed social outreach, synodality, and inclusive leadership, even involving women in vetting and empowering lay participation. His episcopal style reflects pastoral closeness and unity. How that translates in Pittsburgh. Eckman mirrors those traits: humble, community-focused, and mission-driven. His faith in mercy and pastoral empathy aligns closely with Pope Leo's vision, making him a natural extension of the Pope's leadership style in Pittsburgh. With Pope Leo XIV still freshly in the saddle, his visit to the Dicasteris Chapel on May 20, 2025, reinforced his spiritual readiness and direct oversight of such key appointments. Finally, we'll uncover Bishop Eckman's vision, a renewed focus on works of mercy throughout the diocese. 7. A vision for the future. Finally, let's look ahead to Bishop Eckman's ambitious vision for the future of the Diocese of Pittsburgh. Bishop Eckman plans a parish-by-parish listening tour, personally visiting each of the 60-plus parishes across southwestern Pennsylvania. His goal? To meet pastors and parishioners face-to-face, hear their challenges, and chart a strategic direction together. This isn't a token visit, it's genuine pastoral accompaniment. By listening first, he emphasizes collaboration, ensuring that future plans reflect real needs and aspirations from the grassroots. One of his top priorities? Expanding works of mercy, feeding the homeless, clothing those in need, and offering spiritual care to the vulnerable. As he said, "We feed the poor and clothe the naked, but I think we can do more." The diocese already invests deeply in charitable projects, but Eckman wants to amplify those initiatives. From growing food networks to expanding homeless outreach and mental health support, in coordination with Catholic charities and local partners. He's also turned his attention toward younger generations. A meeting last May for young Catholic professionals, drawing nearly 500 attendees, shows his already energized initiatives to re-engage youth and families. This vision is both practical and hopeful. Through mercy, dialogue, and real-world action, Bishop Eckman aims to strengthen the diocese's spiritual heartbeat and deepen community bonds. That wraps our 7-point breakdown of Bishop Eckman's appointment. Let us know in the comments, which part of today's update moved you most? As Bishop Mark A. Eckman steps into this new role, the Diocese of Pittsburgh embarks on a new chapter rooted in faith, hope, and charity. His pastoral approach and commitment to mercy and community are poised to guide the diocese into a future of renewed purpose and unity. What are your thoughts on this historic appointment? How do you envision Bishop Eckman's leadership impacting your parish or community? Share your reflections in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, please like and subscribe for more updates from the Catholic world. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you the latest news and stories from the Church. Reflection questions. How has Bishop Eckman's pastoral approach resonated with you in your own faith journey? In what ways do you anticipate his leadership will influence the programs and initiatives in your parish? Do you see his focus on works of mercy aligning with the needs of your local community? Considering the history of the Diocese of Pittsburgh, what significance does this appointment hold for the future?